That's that knife round out the way, and we should see the pistol round begin here. Wouldn't be surprised if they obviously stay on the CT side here. And they do, getting into it, going live. Got ourselves quite a bit of util here on the side of Big 5. Mostly just armor up on the CTs. We do have a kit on Dweezil, which is pretty standard. And yeah, Big 5 looking to do a split here towards A, moving fast out of this A area towards long, taking that sort of control. Very, very passive play on B here. Holding, waiting for some sort of push or aggression from the CT side. The entire play out of middle there was indeed a fake, and no information gathered here by the side of Energy Esports. So nothing happening just yet. Blaze pot spotting towards that monster area as the whole Big 5 team does seem to move there. He doesn't manage to catch them. Lights is here, about to throw a side smoke, and the breach is coming in. We've got them executing on the speed bomb side. Blaze pulling a Tizzin in here at the barrels. Ooh, he's getting volleyed out though. Takes one. He doesn't manage to get two. They trade him out fairly quickly, and moving on to the bomb side here. Bomb should go down, and it's currently Energy Esports on the retake. Boosting a player here towards the top. Spotted out for spotting. What a pre-fire there. ADM trades it out. 3v3 at the moment. Slowby's going for a nice flank around. He's gonna catch there or find a ways. Beautiful stuff from him, and now they've got to just sit tight to Big 5. Lights is fixing them. Traded out by Energy. Lovely stuff there from Big 5. They take the pistol round 1-0 T side. Full eco save coming out of Energy Esports here. Just got 2 grenades. They're going to try obviously take some sort of gamble and grenade. They do look like they're all moving towards that B bomb site though, and it's unfortunately not going to result in anything, as rightfully Big 5, you know, Light is playing very passively, just waiting for some sort of aggression. Actually across the map, this is great to see. Lovely discipline coming out of them, and slowly Energy Esports looking to do something after this initial stack hasn't resulted in much. But Big 5 feeling it out here, taking this party control, going to clear out this long, ultimately take middle, and no rotation or movement from Energy. They're just sticking it together. I mean, great. They don't need to feed kills. They've invested nothing into this round, and if if the likes of Tianki comes in with that Mac 10 and just farms the entire squad, it's not really what you want, especially when you're not investing anything into the round. You're just feeding your opponents essentially. And yeah, some air control coming out of Tianki here. Doesn't seem to be anything that he's committing to, and it does feel like they're going to move back into this B stack, which is going to be very, very dangerous. And as long as they commit, they should be okay with some sort of support flashes and stuff. And Mistum gets spotted out here. Yep, spotted. Here's the side. Picks one, picks two. This is great entering here. He's cut off by the molly though. He's going to get some support from Zakbok. Zakbok falling back, then realize that it's a stack, and they're not getting to it, and they clear up the eco round. And it was a bit of a close call there, but the stack not becoming too effective again. Just close range USPs, no real armor there to work with. So, and nothing to expect there, but here's the round we've been waiting for. Some Augs, some Colts up, and no real upgraded weaponry from the side of Big 5. So it's going to take, it's going to take a couple dinks if they do go against the players with helmets. But there's only 3 of them, so it could actually end up being quite beneficial for Big 5 here. And some fast lowers control. ADM holding lowers down, spraying, and they come out of lowers. Spot does get taken down, and 1 player left there in the lowers area, but 4v3, and yeah, they are breaching into this B bomb site, taken out by Lighters, and now they move into the side here. Miston trades him out, and yeah, he gets instantly traded back by Slowy. That's beautiful spacing and trading coming out of Big 5 Esports. 2v2 here. Bomb is going down, and yeah, the retake coming into effect. This is going to be a very strong Molotov thrown, and this blocks off so much and wastes so much time here. And there's no kit on the side of the CT, so this could prove to be very, very valuable. Defensive holds are coming out of Big 5 as the CT slowly move in. Nobody's been spotted yet, and yeah, this is as slow as it goes. And ADM moving on to the bomb sides. He does pick off Slowy. It's a 2v1 situation. Zakbok has to play this perfectly. does get somebody in the bomb, picks him off, and that's great stuff coming out of Big Five. Very, very close round indeed, but managed to secure that that buy and sitting with a lot of cash, and you can just see now coming out with a full purchase on the T side, and nothing really, you know, able or available to the side of Energy Esports. A couple of deagles, and some util here, but yeah, nothing in comparison to the side of Big Five. You can even see Tian is expecting something like this, and he's going to probably just push out quite aggressively with that Mac 10. But Big Five have a feeling that this is an eco round, and again, they're just sticking to this really, really passive default. One play outside of B, one boosted up, watching this long push, and an occasional spot towards middle, scouting out any sort of shenanigans pulled out of Energy Esports. But again, they seem very, very passive on these save rounds. I mean, no real, you know, stack coming in like last time, but yeah, staying very, very passive and not aggressing too much, not making, you know, a mistake that Big Five can capitalize on, and they start making a move towards A, clearing out this long. They have control now. And once they take control of lowers here, it's going to put a lot of pressure onto the CTs to look for some sort of information. And you can see they've got construction control, an early spot on Monster, which is fairly decent, but it's leaving the players here blind towards the bomb site. And the only info they will get is what Big Five get them. And ADM aggressively positioned there, not hearing or getting any sort of information from there. Lighters about to get some sort of control here on this B bomb site as Tuckball close. That's the aggression. That's the info that they needed. Unfortunately, nothing able to be converted there. And yeah, 3v5 and a very, very strong position again. Yeah, for Big Five already looking to secure their fourth round on the T side here. And that is the cleanup crew there from Tuckball. And yeah, 4-0. Another buy expected shortly to come out of Energy. There we go. They've got the double AWP set up. This is what they were saving for, and no answer or reply on the side of Big Five. And it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. But I expect some sort of aggression or some sort of aggressive positioning or peak at least from the side of Energy Esports, and that's it. He mollies off the entrance. But this seems to be a full B execute coming out. A sudden change of pace from Big Five. They're moving quickly onto the site, and this has got CT's caught out in really, really defensive positions here. They're getting delayed with some of the util. Energy calling that back up. You can see aggressive rotations coming back, or at least defensive. At least they're rotating all the way through their bomb site. Soon, Execute is breaching onto the side. Nothing from Blaze yet. He gets. Oh, so unfortunate. Such beautiful util, but just not enough of an angle. And Raid comes from heaven, picks one, picks off two. Bomb is down. 3v3 situation here, and we should see Big Five fall into some sort of defensive setup. Quite a bit of some flashes left over on spot here. Weasel spotted out. Lighter's in a tough position here on this bomb site. He's been called out, but they don't have any sort of grenades here on the side of Energy to retake, and Big Five are giving them absolutely nothing here. Dweezil smokes off the site to cover off that monster angle, and they're going to move in. Dweezil gets that first pick on Lighters. Lovely flick from ADM, and that's insane stuff, and it's now Slowy 2v1, low HP, but it doesn't matter. He takes out one, and this is insane. Oh, and unfortunately Red looks like he ran out of ammo there, and that is a huge clutch from Slowy. And 5-0 Big Five on this T side of Overpass, and starting to run away a little bit with the game there. Huge change of pace on a critical round there to just hit that B bomb site. They've done nothing but play passive there, go towards the later seconds or timings of the round, but that was a sudden burst and catches Energy Esports well off guard. You know, they countered them with some utility, but nice and patient from Big Five to hold down that breach, or once they were in the site at least to hold down that retake. And again, passive default. They know the economy is low. Really great discipline stuff coming out of Big Five now. Pop flash in towards that B side and pushing that player out of Monster. He does seem to be alone with the bomb, so he could be in a little bit of trouble, but Tuckball holding down this lowest position, and most likely going to come and support his teammates here towards that Monster area. He does manage to fall back out of the club position, but again, huge amounts of information provided by Blaze here in this Monster position, just waiting it out. He doesn't even need to kill or make any more aggressive movements, but he knows that he has B on lockdown, and Spartan gets flashed off here. They do spot him. He takes down one. Can he get another? Raid trades him out. And now the jig should be up. Big 5 moving towards long. Mistim's going to get a wealth of information here. Doesn't get caught by the flash. Picks off one. Mistim against Orpa. Picks up the AK slowly. Does he get the angle? He does. He manages to convert that frag. But again, this is a tricky position to be in. Already 2 members down on the side of Big 5 and not too sure where the energy players are positioned. But you can see they're just sticking it tight, spacing and trading. And Dweezil manages to tag up lighters here. Puts him on extremely low. But that gives the information to Blaze. There's maximum are 2 people on site, and moving out towards the smoke slowly, covering this banana and toilets angle, moving out. Blaze waiting for his teammates to have some sort of opening or get some sort of opening, which is proving to be very, very difficult. Just slowly spots him out of bank, instantly trade step by Takbok there. Dweezil gets the gun off lighters, probably going to run home all the way with that, and another clinical round there coming out of Big 5. I think slightly messier than their previous anti-ecos, but still managed to secure the round. So great stuff from them. 6-0, and still waiting for some sort of response out of Energy. It's been very unfortunate. The gun rounds, the second gun round of the match was just a very, very great call on the side of Big 5, but there's been no real opportunity for them to secure some sort of advantage at the start of the round and fall back into some sort of setup. It's this is the next gun round though, and let's see what they can do. They have some sort of aggressive short control, yeah, but Big 5 seem to be taking it themselves, and lovely support coming out of Raid there to help Blaze. Yo, great gun round coming out. Picks all over the map slowly, patiently outside of B. 1v4 situation, and this could be Energy's first round here. Spotted by Blaze, and almost a clean sweep. 3 players at the end of the day. They definitely needed that round, and taking 3 rifles is absolutely clinical. So Big 5, huge amounts of cash in the bank here, so not too phased about that, but with such a big full purchase, they're definitely going to look to win this round if they want to keep that bank rolling. Not much if they do come short this round, so interesting to see what they do. They do seem to be leaving a lot of players towards that lowest area. They like to focus this construction control. It's coming out again, but spotted is pretty, but it seems to be moving towards A, and that's only being held by 1 player. He is falling back. ADM here in a very, very tough position. He gets one, doesn't spot anybody else though. Lighters with the flash, pushes him back onto that bomb site. He's flashed back. Rotations are going to be coming in. Support needs to reach this A bomb site, especially with the amount of aggressive control that they've got on this B bomb site. Moving back slowly, rotating. Great move there from Blaze, because otherwise the players would hear that rotate, but heavily stacked towards this bomb site. It's Energy Esports, and Big 5 slowing it down. 4v5, they don't have any sort of crazy positioning to execute or anything like that, but they do seem to be grouping up. They've got that lowest control. That's always a critical part of Overpass. So again, 3 CTs, they're not too sure. You can see that they forfeited that B control, and they've only got Raid who's spotting very, very occasionally, but great pick there from Dweezil. He gets 2 through the door there. Great stuff from him, and he shuts this change up here. He shuts it down, and 2v5, a lot of work to do here for Slowy. He is walking through the smoke. He managed crazy stuff there from Slowy. Gets the pick. Quickly going to move up towards his player on the A bomb site. Lighters has got side control, managed to pull them off with that sort of rotation. Lovely stuff from him. Some ninja Molotovs getting thrown, and the bomb going to go down here in a very, very unlikely situation. I mean, 2v4, and I think it's better that Energy have slowed it down or committed to that defensive position in the B bomb site. They just got to make sure that they take this together. Lighter trying to get some sort of advantage here, but the numbers proving to be too much to handle as Energy retake this swiftly. 4 guns going into the next round, and that bomb plant was very critical for Big 5's economy, but unfortunately not able to convert the round per se. But I mean, a lot gained, and second round in a row here for Energy Esports. save, yeah. Well, a save round coming out of Big 5. Missed him with a very fortunate spot there. He catches the guy stacked towards that B. Oh, beautiful pick from Dweezil. Lovely counter spray by Blaze, or at least a trade step already. Trade potential being there in full force. Dweezil aggressively peeking towards short here. Crazy stuff coming out of him. And yeah, Lighters punishes another very aggressive push, and you can see Energy Esports are starting to get a little bit of confidence back here. Is Dweezil taking those aggressive steps there? Lighters picks one, doesn't manage to do any more, and third round in a row here for Energy Esports, 6-3. Buy coming out of the side of Big 5. And let's see what they change. It seems like Energy have got a better understanding or a better idea of how they're starting off these rounds. So maybe another change, or digging deeper into the strat book is the reply here from Big 5. Molly falling a bit short there from the side of Energy. They're going to expect no sort of aggression here, considering they did throw a Molly towards it, but it's not really going to make a big difference. Passive default coming out of Big 5 as they make their presence known towards that B side slowly with a beautiful pick there, posting outside of Monster, and Energy immediately at the disadvantage here. 4v5 and Big 5 slow down. Not too panicky, not committing to any sort of hasty decision. And again, just spreading out here, and they're going to try and bet out all the util in the world out of Energy Esports. So when they hit that site, they are able to get in and taking long control. And the secondary flash here, there is a player by Tree. He gets spotted out though. Spartan trades him out, but he gets the first pick on Tianki. That's another pick in the favor of, or in the way of Big 5. 4v3 situation here. Another aggressive spot there from Raid, looking for that information. Gets picked off though. Blaze holding outside of this B-bomb site. He needs to hold this monster. They have very little information. They seem to be splitting their defenses here, not grouping up. Blaze in an aggressive monster position, and it looks like his is the site that's going to be hit. ADM again, not really in that much of a great position to get some sort of info, but doing what he can. And yeah, it seems to be execute is the name of the game. Blaze got a lot of work to do here. Molly's coming in from Slowy, going to molly out those barrels. Blaze stuck behind the pillar. He gets spotted. Spartan clears him out, and ADM here aggressively rotated already. Got the info early on, but Spartan peeks him. ADM gets the first frag. Can he do more? He knows the bomb plant is down there. Mollied out by Lighters, and probably a huge signal for him to maybe walk and save. He does have a kit, but a lot of work here to do, and no real positioning to work with. The real question is, will Big 5 let him actually save this gun? And they seem to be not too worried about it at this point, and rightly so. They don't have much of an economy to work with at this point. Need every single gun that they can going into this T side, and they're also well aware that the side of Energy have won a few in a row, so they do have some sort of bank. But ADM, critical for him to take this into the next round so that he can drop a rifle for Blaze potentially. And yeah, another great round from Big 5, playing it very slowly, trading out a couple of frags, getting those picks, and ultimately it allows them to execute on a site where there was just one player holding it, with an AWP even, and that obviously a very tough task to do outside of being simple. But yeah, match pause coming out here. It seems like we've got a game crash. It is a technical pause, but yeah, we've played 10 rounds already. 11th about to go down. Full buy on both sides, and yeah, hell of a half coming out of Slowy here, as was predicted. And ooh, it seems like I got a guest here.
Yo, what's up, Ed?
Hey, what's up? Corrupt, Gamedock. How you doing, dude?
Good, and you?
Good, man. Welcome to the cast.
Shut.
Yeah, filling in here. Nice. And so yeah, what do you think about this matchup that's going on? I don't know if you've been watching some of the game so far.
I joined like 2 rounds ago, but it looks like B5 got to a big start, slow with 13-4 already.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was actually just saying before you joined. Is the huge performance coming out of him, and a lot of rounds already garnered here on the T side, and Energy Esports, I think they'd be happy if they could close out this half. But even if Big 5 get nothing left or nothing more out of this half, they'll be happy as well. And Dweezil's going to be happy with that beautiful pick there lowers.
Yeah, that changes the plans for the T's now. 4v5.
Yeah, though that's the worst.
But there's a heavy A stack here, but EN. Only
Yeah,
got Blaze watching B for now, so they're kind of anticipating what B5's about to do.
Yeah, I think they've kind of realized that they do tend to default towards that A bomb site. So notably this long control, great spray and support flashing coming out of there of Big Five, and Lighters gets spotted by Blaze. He knows the position. He knows there's an AWP on towards that B. He's getting out now. He's going to regroup to his teammates. No real information though for them for the A bombs that they have no toilet control. You can see they're slowly moving towards that area, but the side of Energy seem to be looking for that information towards B. They stack towards short. They know that if their teammate calls support, they need to move, and they need to move quickly. 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I think them just seeing Lighters there made them worry, you know? Most of them were towards A, but Lighters just being there and Dweezil seeing them be like, hey, they're not all A. It's not a commitment A, you know, like,
yeah,
it's not fully rotate, yeah. And it was enough to keep them worried. You have a 3v2 fight, yeah.
Yep, and a beautiful UTR smoking both entrances out. They are kind of aware of their backs, but not going to find anything there as Energy are retaking here, all from the CT spawn area. Light is in aggressive position here on track. Boost coming out of Slowy with a crazy shot there. He's been volleyed out though. ADM 2v2 here. He's got a lot of work to do. Tianki and Slowy both got to play off each other. It is a safe plant though, and no real util coming available for the CTs to use. So this is going to become a pure step battle. And Slowy takes that first frag. He's on form. Takes the second. Shuts it down. 8-3. 9-3 now to Big Five Esports. Great stuff. Well, 8-3, sorry, coming out of there, and that's yeah. I mean, clinical stuff really.
Yeah, that was great. And Lighters' choice to be aggressive there was the right choice, because you know, just forcing the C2s to fight him buys time for the other guys to buy time later.
And I mean, he was basically a dead body. He was on such low HP. They used their only molly to get him out of his position, and it turned out to be non-influential in the round. But let me just cut that short. Big rush coming
at another angle.
Fair enough. But she has a big change of pace coming out of Big Five against this anti-eco round. One frag for Tucker. The flag does come in from short, but they are aware of it. Weasel picks up the AWP. This is going to put a bit of pressure behind Big Five, but not really too concerning, as they have taken the site here. Going to get into those post-plant positions, and Energy Esports got a lot of work to do here, but they do have two rifles. They could fall back and potentially use these in the next round, which is probably not a terrible move. But ADM boosted here onto the bomb site, looking for something. Can't find anything. Big Five, very, very passive setups here, not giving anything to Energy Esports.
And they're not going for it though. It looks like they want to save the guns, and Dweezil maybe get some exit frags.
Crazy extra frags is he going for? Yeah, he's stepping in the takes too. Crazy stuff. This is beautiful from Dweezil. Another one. Traded up ADM. This is beautiful stuff. Wow. And,
that was great. Their money's not great on the T side either.
Yeah, and that's for what was happening in that, or what the situation was able to provide them was great. I mean, a lot of confidence going into the next round. I'm sure too.
It's great.
Yeah. No, exactly. Considering that, I mean, they had the bomb down with 4, so it's a little bit of a strange exit coming out of Big Five. Obviously, I mean, they must have assumed
I like that call. Just changing the pace of the round, because the last round they were very slow and methodical. like doing the default. So on that round they just smashed D, and the CTs clearly weren't ready.
Yeah, and they pulled that out 4 or 5 rounds in, and pulled it out again. Yeah, and it's obviously a clinical, fast breach that got waxed, because very, very effective of getting them on the site here. They've got the bomb down every single time. It's not like they've been shut down. The only round that they did get shut down was when they went towards A and just got picked apart by the standard toilets crossfires. But again, Big Five coming out, loving this A long control, managed to take it here. Energy not going to give them a frag this time round, and no real presence there towards long, and. It seems that they are looking for some sort of info or control towards that construction area on B. So quite a bit of information gathered there. Big Five though playing it very, very patiently. No spots outside of B though. So if Energy choose to get aggressive or get aggressive positioning, that'll be a great amount of information that they can gather.
I think they'll have to, because they have one smoke left. So they'll have to do a pop flash and peep for info, because they can't smoke to delay anymore. They'll have to flash, get a peep. Like that.
Beautiful there, but traded out by Tuckbox. So good stuff there. 1-1 trade, nothing too serious. Support flashes coming out of Dweezil here towards that banana, but towards that highway area. And now Big Five setting up, about to commence their breach on this A bomb side. Mollies are out, pushing the players outside of bank and off the track. ADM gets the change of position here, manages to get one frag. Not traded yet by anybody. Tianki does step in, nothing yet. beautiful molly onto the site. They're going to be putting some pressure there. Nothing happening from it though. Spams the boost, but beautifully traded by ADM. Yeah, both players have moved towards long, and our Energy Esports aware, but it doesn't seem though. And quite a wild push there through the smoke. Had no real options. Tianki alone with the deagle towards this long area, being held down by Mistim. He gets the frag, and this is a breath of fresh air here for Energy. Another round on their CT side, and I'd like to see them pick up the last 2 here to have a decent chance going into the next half.
Yeah, hopefully that boosts the team feels a bit winning a round like that.
Yeah, especially after, I mean, you can clearly see that. I mean, the round before that, they got a lot of exit frags, and now they managed to convert the round when they've brought up. So
yeah, that was probably the change.
A bit of a broken buy coming out of Big Five. They're obviously saving for that last round. So moving towards that lowers area with numbers. Dweezil posting the angle, misses the shot, and this is going to put a lot of pressure. If he spots more, he keeps on going for those repicks. Nice, decides to fall back, move out. But Big Five getting into their construction area, they're changing it up, they're heading towards B, but 3 players are on B. Tuckball manages to get a frag, Blaze gets picked off, traded out, so moving, there's another player that did not expect him there, missed him, cleaning it up, and changes position here. Should get the better of Slowy, and he does. 9-5, and we go into the final round of the first half.
Yeah, that was nice. Like not flopping on the eco round is quite important. Keeps you going for this next round.
No, definitely.
So they definitely want to convert this. They should know that it's going to be a buy versus buy, and should expect the default. I doubt Ian are just going to. Big Five are going to do something fast this round. As I say that, they got 2 going quick for construction control. Light is flashing for them. No A control, and they can see this. Raiders deep looking down into like the fountain area, and they can see no one's A, so they know it to be executed and how they're going to approach this. Hold them empty, make sure they.
But instantly traded out there, as you say that they aren't managed to hold on the site, and this aggressive default from the aggressive positioning from the CTs has proven to cost, and the rotations are coming in. There is a big flank. There is a big flank coming out here, and I'm pretty sure Big Five will be aware of this, but they are grouping up together here, moving through the CT spawn, slowly clearing it out. Bomber's gone down. Raid, beautiful flank here, should be able to fall back and reposition. Great stuff from him. Awesome. Big concern of the flank is now Big Five smoking off that short bomb side. Utils raining in here, and now it begins. Lighters, lovely position, gets one, gets traded out by Mistim. 2v2 here. Mistim moving, gets mollied out. He can go the long way, manages to push in, and both players are sitting here on the short sandbags. Boosted up his Tianki. He manages to pick off the bomber. 1v1 situation here. It's coming down to the wire. He needs to find the frag. He does. Nice. Does he have a kit? He does as well. And I think he's got that beautiful stuff there from him. And they managed to secure the last round. Great stuff. And 9-6 going into the second half. And
yeah, they won the last 3.
Yeah. Nice recovery. Like I said, I think if they're going to feel a lot better about that, they know if they win the pistol and convert the 2 rounds after that, it's dead even. And then this game of Counter-Strike on our hands, anything can happen.
Oh yeah, and I definitely think it's going to. This round's everything, but they got the momentum going into it. They're feeling it. And how they're going to approach it is everything. They're going to go take it quick, bring it to them, or they're going to slow down the pace.
Well, they do have the util on the side of ADM here who can support them as they breach the site. Does seem to be a 4-1 split towards this A bomb side, and an aggressive positioning from Big Five here, seeing no spot, and this is beautiful from them. They perfect amount of patience. Spartan does come back though. He's still going to try and get as much info as possible, but patience coming out of Energy Esports here, and it looks like a heavy stack towards that B bomb site though, and Energy are going to now breach, pick off Spartan. Now it's been called. Definitely expect some sort of rotations moving towards that A bomb site, but Energy not committing too hard here. They know that they've only just got 1 pick. It's perfectly fine to slow this down and try and get some more information. Lighters manages to pick the play off Monster. Now that's no trade there, big information play, and Energy forces Energy's hand, should I say. They're moving towards the long area. Bit of a duffel. And Lighters, he has a lot of information here on this highway. The A breach is coming up. Tianki is in this long position. They spot 1 headshot. ADM converts the frag. Beautiful kill from him. And now they got to hold this retake. 4v3, and the kit's on Slowy, so that they can take this a little bit slow if they want to. But they're pushing out, and Energy are taking these fights, and suddenly it's a 4v1 here, all up to Tuckbox on this pistol round, and it seems to be Energy pistol.
Yeah, they were taking all those fights because they had Dweezil as the backup plan. They at Bathrooms playing it safe. So if things go wrong, they always got him.
Yeah, and I mean, why not? You know, those sorts of angles aren't very long and favorable to the USP. So if the CTs are willing to give it to you, you know, you may as well take it. But yeah, I mean,
Yes.
they had the flank down, and yeah, great round there.
Stay and block that headshot range. The one shot.
Yeah, and you could see that, you know, Janky holding from that long area just gets picked off by ADM. He could have done a lot more work there, you know, had he got that extra frag. But yeah, eco round coming out of Big Five. They buy a couple of pistols. No armor committed to the cause though. Beautiful spam from Raid, and a nice disciplined default coming out of Energies. Just splitting up, trying to get as much info as they can. They're moving a player quite aggressively towards that Bathrooms area, and you know, he's got an SMG. He's just farming the info, gets picked off, and that's one man down.
I wonder if he saw lighters. I wonder if he saw the two players. I wasn't on his point of view. But he might have seen the two and be like, hey boys, just check B there. I think they're stacking here.
Yeah, and now Blaze walks into the side, picks one off, and now the breach comes in, and yeah, unfortunately, side of Big Five not stacking towards this bomb site, and the bomb will go down, and this becomes quite a difficult retake to make happen. Some spam
I
wars
think they
going
want
on
the there.
exits.
Tuckbock and Lighters want the exit frags now.
Definitely, Lighters definitely want to look for maybe a farm kill or two there with this Max 10. You can see he's moving all the way to the underground area to potentially support Tuckbock when they exit. Where will they choose to go? I expect them to leave out a monster here, so potentially not going to capitalize too much on these exits. But yeah, again, Tuckbock waiting, gets the pick off, picks up that galley. Beautiful to take that into the next round, but yeah, Blaze converts the frag, and Lighter's not able to do anything with the Mac 10. So yeah, clinical round here from Energy Esports, and now this should be interesting. This is we should expect. No, it seems like they're going for that last. They are going to save for the next round. So I mean, as I mentioned in the beginning, you know, if Energy win that pistol, they convert the rounds after that. Suddenly you're sitting with the 9-9 scoreline, and anything can happen. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, and I like this choice to save one more round. You know, you don't want to force up now.
No, definitely not. I mean,
and we got two pop flashes here, so let's see what they try to do with that.
Yeah, it looks like they are setting up some sort of monster flash here. Beautiful nade coming through there. Will it do anything? Not really.
Yeah, they're going to flash over and go through the smoke. There we go.
Yeah, there goes the flash. Spots one player, Spot picks him up, but there's an abundance of players just holding outside, waiting for this aggression, and they do manage to clear up this aggressive push. And yeah, beautiful flash there, but unfortunately, just too many numbers with rifles that are waiting for them on the other side. And yeah, patience here from Energy, not committing to anything. They don't have any sort of other map control, so they're just waiting for some sort of aggression coming out of Big Five, which seems to be happening here. So yeah, 4v1, and I mean, if Lighters can do anything here, I'll be super impressed. But he is waiting. He does hear the flashbang, and yeah.
It looked like they were predicting that play, to be honest. How they were set up, where there are three guys at the back and T's in the T area here, in between where you go monster and the short pipe. They're all back there waiting, like pretty much anti-flash. So when the flash came, you know, they just mowed them down. They're waiting for something like that. But I like the play there by Big Five. A play like that is how you win saves.
I prefer doing something just together as a unit, you know. As long as you've got the common goal in mind and you're sticking together, the worst that can happen is you lose the round as usual. So yeah. I mean,
just Energy was ready for that exact play. It was unlucky, but the right idea. You know, if they did that at the other side of the map, maybe go Fountain, then they're going to push and be behind them B and wait and get so many guns on the exit. You know, I think Energy maybe has watched a demo or two of them and knew that on saves they're probably going to push B. Let's just wait here, see if they do. If they don't, we'll just take B.
Exactly, and I mean, called to the button there, exactly what Big Five had prepped. And I mean, nothing really used there on the side of Big Five either. It was just a flash and, you know, maybe a pistol yell there, but, you know, nothing too committed. So again, not going to be too bleak with that. But this is the round that's gonna just, you know, start the momentum here for either side. You can see both teams, even frag distribution, pretty even. You know, no one's slacking or pulling too far in front like we had in the first half with Slowy. But yeah, going into this round, let's see what Energy Esports bring out here.
Yeah, let's see what B5 does to stop Energy's momentum on T side, eh?
Yeah, this is true. It does seem to be like some sort of aggressive A control. You're slowly going to take the AWP. Looks like Wow, what a shot.
Nice.
Insane from Slowy. Great stuff. And getting that first pick for the CTs, and this gives them so much space. You know, all that util is gone, and now it's up to the 4 remaining players here to do something here for energy. But they have been slowed down. Lighters holding this B-bomb site. Pretty passively here on the barrels. He's got a boost into short, so you know they do have. He does have quite a bit of information where he can at least.
Someone
just
stepping
focus
right
on
there. Oh, beautiful flash there to get them off the angle, so Raid could come out safely. Without that flash, he probably dies to that stack.
Easily boost kill there. Agreed. And yeah, that gets them some sort of position in the map. They're in that fallen position, so he's gonna be able to either pick off some sort of rotation or force a rotation later on. But now Toilets control seems to be the name of the game. They smoke off Toilets, missed them. Gonna be pushing a player back off of this highway position if there was one there. Is going to find Tianki.
Doesn't look like a Tianki is waiting there in partners.
No, doesn't manage to. It does regress just a little bit though, but still, I mean, very confident setups here for Big Five. About to get some sort of information towards Monster. Energy are going to need to move very quickly. You can see they're heading outside this B bomb site now, and missed him. He's going to try and force some sort of rotation. Yeah, he does flash.
No, he's just regrouping with them.
Yeah, and nothing done. You can see the rotations coming in. Yeah, they know that it's B hit. B hit is happening now. Raid gets that first frag. Can they still? That's the bomb down. He knows it's Tuckball. Support flash coming in. Muslim needs to get that bomb down. Bet gets one pick. Almost gets another. The bomb goes down, and now it's a tough retake for Raid, and Big Five close out that round. 10-9.
After Slowy got that pick, they were very passive with trying to take A. They didn't go past this party or fountain area until there were like 40 seconds left in the round. And then Muslim pretty much only flashed when he went down the stairs. So the only control they had was this construction area. So the CTs kind of know what's going on. And if they think you're going A, they got such deep angles, they'll know so quick.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You could just see that they had a wealth of information there, and a really, you know,
Kind of paid off.
yeah. Against.
But let's see. So there was a momentum change out there. There was a momentum change in round. So now they're like back even.
I think if energy don't manage to win this, it's going to be a little bit of trouble for them. But yeah, flash from that angle again and push back. It's a lot of numbers given away though in towards this construction area, and yeah, Big Five fall a little bit further back here. Not able to hold that aggressive construction control as they were in the previous rounds, and yeah, it seems like a full-on B exec is about to breach onto this B bomb site. 2 players on the side of Big Five, quite low, but here they set up outside of Monster, and ADM.
They don't have any info on the A side though, so they don't really know that all 5 of them are ready to go B here. Like Slow is just pushing up now, so they don't know that all 5 are here. They think there might be a default or something. So let's see what happens. How quickly they rotate, how quickly they realize.
They've smoked in. ADM pushes to
They realize it quick.
And it seems the jig is up. They haven't called out. Lovely. Oh, doesn't manage to get 3 kills, but trade outs are happening left, right, and center here. Spartan by the barrels behind the side of Energy Esports, and
this is a nice play by Spartan.
He just needs the rest of his team to be passive though. He does convert Muslim, gets traded out by Raid though, and now Blaze stuck in a 1v2, and you can see Slowy, no need to commit to the site or to the retake, just waiting to get some sort of info. Tanky holding that heavy position, does get the tag, and he's done a lot of work there. Another round for the way of Big Five Esports, and no bomb plant there unfortunately for the side of Energy. So this is definitely going to be a terrible eco situation for them. They've got nothing in the bank, and it does seem like they're going to be forcing into this. Nope. I'm incorrect. Just Blaze. Got a lot of cash, just buys a P250 and some armor, gets CZ, and yeah,
We've got
they're going to
2
be saving.
flashes on Muslim. Let's see what he does. He's going to flash them in, try get some picks with the Deagle, which is very possible.
Yeah, sending numbers towards A here now.
Yeah,
not
I think
finding
they're going to go
anything.
for that shot, see if they can find someone in the A side. Dweezil's going to... He's peeking
Yeah, and
now.
you can see Big Five here just giving them a lot of space to work with here, keeping the distance for this hold on the A bomb side here, and yeah, Slowy in a lovely position. He will be able to spot this breach coming in. Nothing towards long just yet. Lighters.
Yeah, I think they realized the one they're saving. They don't want to be too aggressive and drop guns for them. You know, you don't want to be dropping a gun on Fountain when the guys only have Deagles and they're not open towards the site when they could be shooting with Deagles.
Yeah,
it's a very smart play, but Big Five.
Agreed. I mean, and we know that Big Five do tend to love that lower underground push towards either A or B, and they probably just know that, you know, for themselves on eco rounds they don't play there, so why should they give someone else a gap to you know, like you say, pick up a gun or you know, get some sort of free frag. But moving on to the bomb side, Jack, crazy burst. They managed to think both players slowly, holding very, very defensively. Gets picked off there by Mr. Traded Out. Lovely bomb plant on the side of energy here. Zuckerberg picks one. He spots another player there. An aggressive hold, Jack, coming out of wow, Zuckerberg is insane. That was a mad piece of movement there to kill the last player, and his Molly does this job on the side. Little triple kill there to end the round. 12-9. It's Big Five, but again,
That was a nice
lovely.
retake, but I'd be happy with that as a save if I was
Definitely.
They got
Definitely happy with
and
that.
a bomb plant. I'd be pretty happy.
I feel like that'll make them feel better about the round previously, where they feel like they should have potentially got a bomb plant, but that, you know, the side take was very, very messy. And yeah, this gives them a wealth of economy here to at least buy fully into this round. No AWP on the side of energy just yet on this T half, I believe. So
Looks like Slow is gone for that pick again, and no one's gonna be there. Oh well.
flashes him off, doesn't get the pick, and this will push the CTs back. They don't seem to be falling back too much, and aggressive control taken towards construction here. CTs, wow, Duckbook taking a bullet to the face there, and that's definitely going to hamper his confidence for the rest of the round. Slowly aggressive position, but supported by Tianki. So again, strong A positioning coming out of Big Five, but this is the danger. This is the danger. 4 players moving up towards this lower area, but will there be beautiful? I think it was a support flash coming out of there from Party, and now the seems to be a fast A bumps it left court. He's sitting in a beautiful position. He's going to get all the info in the world. This will be a very huge play or a huge blood, because he hasn't, and he doesn't manage to get more than just one, and that puts a lot of pressure here. Obviously, take Tuckball pushes through, tries to find the gap, unable to do it. Enough players on the side to hold it down. Lighters slowly looking through the gap here of the smoke, but again, very, very defensive positions, and ultimately Dweezil in this spot makes it incredibly difficult for them to be able to do anything.
Yeah, 2v4 retake.
Spartan gets one, manages to get 2, but there's just too many, and energy take that round.
Yeah, putting Big Five onto a save this round, I'm guessing. What are they going to do this save? Like, not the B push again.
If they remember how it went last time, agree, they definitely shouldn't. So,
well, is that the mind game that you do it again? Because it went so, you know, maybe they won't think we'll do it again.
Reverse
Doesn't seem like
psychology.
it,
Yeah, we can play that game forever, dude. Doesn't seem like
this
they.
time they won't do it. But let's see if Energy was, they kind of setting up for that. They're kind of thinking, oh, they might
Which
do it
is
again.
at least consistent.
This is the exact setup. Yeah.
So it seems no reverse psychology, not that deep in the strat book of Big Five. But had they done it, they would have really walked into a bunch of trouble. But again, 3 players are stacked towards B. A really nice flank coming out of Slowy, yeah. And I mean, you should expect a
Is
player
he going
to
to
be
look
holding
for
it.
Mistim or leave Mistim? That's the question. He's leaving Mistim. Oh, that's crazy, because there's a gap. There's a gap he got through now. Mistim telling him, no, I checked the lower, there should be no one there.
And
he got as well. But they know he's there now, so the flank's over.
The flank's over, and it's not that effective. I mean, ultimately, the site has been forfeited here. Big Five haven't
got
planted
them worried,
the bomb. It does have them concerned, but I mean, Spartan with a lovely shot there on the side, just waiting. Gets another one. That is insane coming out of Spartan.
Oh, they've swapped through the smokes here. Dweezil and Slowy.
Oh wow. Dweezil, I can bet of this. He does manage to. So
2v2 now. Spartan
2v2 now.
Tianki versus ADM Dweezil. Looks like Spartan's rotating back to A. They're deciding to split instead of staying together.
He's just moved to heaven now. I think he's just changed that position. But ADM swapping out the AWP now.
Oh yeah, he goes.
There we go. Spartan running up towards that A bomb side. Nothing yet. But now, that's rough.
It's on
Molly
Tianki
there.
to make the call and not die, so they can keep this 2v2 fight.
Precisely, and that's exactly what he's done here. But I think he got spotted out by Dweezil. Dweezil has his fire focused on him.
He's hunting for him. He's coming.
He's
for him.
definitely gonna. He does manage to get it, and now it's all up to Spartan. Gets one, doesn't manage to get the second. That was crazy close there.
Round there.
Huge from ADM, managing to get that kill, and yeah, I mean, lovely round from them there. Spartan almost making crazy work from with that 5-7.
Oh yeah,
Needed to get the ace.
Mainly safe for them, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, they bought some pistols and whatnot, but Spartan managing to get a 4K.
They're saying it again though. Yeah, hey, it's pistols again. Most of the money is above like 3K for next round. But Energy have no money, so if they win this round, they're pretty screwed. Oh, what was this? Raid with his back to Spartan.
Yeah, just not expecting that push out of construction there, which was
Slowy's done the same push. He's looking for Miston this time.
Oh wow, he's really found a
back into
It seems like Slowy has found a gap in the default here, but cleared out by Energy Esports, and they're going to just move all the way back. Aggressive positioning coming out of construction here again, but we've got a player that's snuck all the way into Monster, and he's going to hold this position. Lovely from Blaze, but now he's going to be put under a lot of pressure now.
But he's calling, guys, there's 2 here, I'm fighting 2, so they can run long.
And you can see the whole team just running, got knives out, running towards that long area. Blaze just going to hold up all these frags, gets traded out by Lighters. Nothing more is he going to spot though, and here we go, Energy completely rotated to the other side of the map here, reaching onto the A-bomb sites, and yeah, nothing going to be found. There is a player in bathrooms that could cause a bit of problems for them, but they should be wise to it.
Yeah.
Agreed, yeah. They're planting here for CT spawn plant. They are aware that their flank is a bit weakened. Tanky, a lot closer than I think they expected to. He's going to get a free frag here. He gets the guy on the truck, and now he will see the plant is not for bathrooms. You should expect both players to be underneath by bank. And this is a fortunate position for Big 5 Lighters, not managing to pick off ADM. ADM, lovely step, traded out by Tianki, 1v1, should know that he's up on this boost spot, pulls him out, doesn't manage to convert it, and missed him, plays around with his food here, manages to repeat, nothing. Perfect round there from Mistim, and yeah, I mean...
But there was another pistol save, and these rounds are super close, so what happens when they have guns? What's going to happen when they have guns?
Yes, I mean, I agree with you, because now if they lose this round, they've got nothing to fall back on. I mean, it's just around hovering around $1,000 in the bank for each player. So if they lose this round, or they're not careful with their guns and give away useless picks towards the end of the round, next round is going to be a big issue for them. But yeah, fast aggression coming out of Energy, taking some sort of control towards lowers and A and B, so quite spread out, quite evenly. But again, Big 5 also rather defensive, no real aggressive setups here. You could see that the A players have moved back off that party area. They don't want to get caught out because they don't have that lowest control. And yeah, we just seem to be having a slow start to the round here. No team wanting to give away anything too soon. And that's a lovely tag there from Slowy.
Big 5 was expecting, Energy was expecting something funky out of Big 5, like Slowy pushing again or something like that. So they were just waiting, guys, let's let them try and make a mistake for the start of the run, and we'll take it from there. But
yeah, and I think they were surprised.
I think Big 5 were thinking the exact same thing, they're going to do something funky, let's just play it safe, let them do something. So we had that standoff at the start, where no one was doing anything,
no one
just
was
waiting
doing
for
anything.
someone else to do something funny.
But nothing given here. Very passive setups here towards B, smoking off that short again. And last time this didn't really stop the rush pulling in. It seems like it's a setup queue for the side of Energy Esports. They're starting to get close towards that side. Yeah, and they're going to be molling off sandbags here, so that angle is going to be negated. And yeah, the breach is coming in here. Lovely from the barrel, not molling off yet. Lighters gets flicked by Mischief. What a breach there from Energy Esports. Takes side pretty easily, and here comes the bomb. It's going to hit the bomber. The bomb is knocked down. 10 seconds left. This is suddenly a situation here for Energy Esports. The molly caught him, and Tianki going to move in here. Beautiful stuff here from him. That is beautiful play, and he manages to get the third as well. Tianki, with the crazy molly there, manages to stop the bomb plant and forces Energy into a full panic mode, needing to get that bomb down or frag, and Big 5 just waddled around to recover there.
That molly, it was a 4v2, and the molly got changed around pretty much. That one molly changed around.
Yeah, and it felt like it was literally the last digit that needed to be punched in there, and unfortunately the molly probably spread and just caught his toes and put his team in a...
It's denied the first plant, and the second time it got the kill. The mollies are doing work. A lot of
there's rotation mollies.
Yeah, D5.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's how you retake.
Yeah, and now Energy forced to move together here in the slows area. Tianki is holding it down. Sned could do a little bit of work, doesn't manage to connect.
But he doesn't know they're there. 100% doesn't know they were there.
Yeah, other than a feeling, but yeah.
No, he ran away.
Here comes the mist and flash here towards this banana. That's going to be a full-on breach towards the bomb site. They are out of the bathrooms area. Tuckborg is spotting towards short. Should hear activity towards A and force the rotation. This is a big site hold now. That's going to be asked for the 5 players. They get flashed off. Tanky not be able to kill anything. Beautiful flash coming out there. And oh, but here come the trades. Bomb is down. Slowly doing massive work here on the site. Support coming in from Tuckborg. Overtaking his teammates. Manages to take it at 14-12 to Big 5. Good hold there, but you know, not
Yeah, that
a
was
real
huge
big
hold
investment.
by Slowy. I think what happened there with Chianki is he went lowest and he naded to hear if the nade hit anyone. The nade didn't hit anyone, so he's like, okay, I guess they're not lowest. That's why he just went back towards A.
Yeah, and it was almost punished severely there by Energy Esports, but we're moving into the gun round here. This
Yeah,
is a big
Slowy
one.
held it there. Slowy went big and just held it. Did his job, you know.
Yeah, aggressive play by Slowy again, taking that fountain peak. Did get flashed off though, so they are falling back somewhat. He's probably going to go clear out long and then move back towards that bomb site. Nothing too wild just yet. Again, Energy with this construction control. Spartan holding the angle. Beautiful,
Nice
disgusting
pick.
shot there from Raid. Walks in and gets the better of him. And now Dweezil moving towards this monster area. This is a lovely burst coming out of B, and they're not committing anything. They're not revealing that they're hitting this B bomb site. Simple smoke towards heaven and a flash here towards the site. Arc is going to put pressure on this B bomb site.
Oh, look at
Tuckborg. Lights gets to huge. 3. Tuckborg on the other side of that smoke there, not doing anything.
Yeah.
He hears just breach happening on the speed bomb sites and moves through, gets one, gets traded out though. Bomb still down though. No bomb plant yet. Slowy 2v1 situation here, and Dweezil taking a little bit of damage by that infamous molly. Yeah, nothing really going to happen just here. He spots the player ahead, and that should give a lot of opportunity here for him to just
I think
pass
Slowy missed a chance to pick him off. Again.
Definitely, I think that was his moment, and now players moved off the site. That was incredibly difficult. She had no idea where the other player was, and yeah, Energy recovered that round, and we're starting to hedge. It's head to head here, and 1-for-1, and we're starting to head towards the end of the match here with no real clear-cut favorite.
Yeah, check the money. The money's dead even across both teams, pretty much.
Yeah, everything on the line
Well,
here, and
before
he's
the
coming
buy,
by
it was
rounds.
2K.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
obviously Ian with the big advantage of having guns. You know, that changes things a lot.
yeah,
Full
definitely.
equipment for Ian on this round, so let's see what they do. Are they going to wait for Big 5 to make a push, which it looks like they are? They're expecting something weird, so they don't want to do anything too crazy. And soon they'll start grouping up, you know, like...
Yep. Lovely pick there from ADM. Should be expecting some more players to be here. He does. He gets
farming
that
with
frag
that
as well.
gun.
Yeah,
making the
that's exactly
money.
what you want, yeah. And again, just no commitment here from Energy Esports. Extremely passive default here, disciplined default. Lovely to see.
Yeah, they're waiting for Big 5 to get a bit antsy, you know. 2 guys are dead, oh, I must make a play. They're waiting for someone to have that mentality.
Yeah.
Guys are dead, I must make a play.
And I mean, the great thing is, I mean, for Big 5, you know, this was kind of a throwaway round. They are going for that full win. They're going to buy, you know, in the 14th round, in the final hour. So, you know, not too phased yet. But again, Blaze
Sandwiching.
got a lot of work to do. Yeah,
Bathrooms, or kind of. ADM deciding to leave the bathrooms. Blaze and missed them grouping up. Tianki's going to...
some scary timings going on there in that
Yeah.
bathrooms area. I don't know. And there's a player moving up short as well. This could spell
And
disaster.
Light is coming behind them here. Light's
Exactly.
going to get... Light is deciding.
He converts
Huge
the double.
Light.
Huge play
Two
from him.
picks.
2 picks. Picks up that back 10 as
They
they
in
move
the
on to the
side.
bomb site. Yeah, they do have the bomb site. Lovely flash that he picked up there as well. And yeah, planting for CT spawn. I think they are aware that both players are towards their flank area. One moving very, very close here. Dweezil on the bomb site, managing to get the frag. Disgusting from him. Tianki only left with the USP, so not able to convert that kill. And Lighters wise to it, going to save that AK that he picked up for free, run away with his double kill, and take this into the next round.
Yeah. Wise choice to save there. You don't need to try go for this because the money's not looking great. And them winning this round just puts them on 14. If it's the other way around and they got 14, you know, maybe you try and make a play, but you don't need to now. You're not going to lose the game.
Agreed.
There's times to go for 1v3s. This wasn't it.
Corey Guns.
Oh, and he
Bits-
died.
Oh no. There we go. Poor guys, I'm gonna have to leave you to take over just for a second. I'm being summoned, so
Alright, sweet.
I'll be right back.
Cheers. Oh, going into the last important round, 14-14. Full bars on both sides, I'd say. A bit dodgy for Big 5 with the FAMAS, but they got the util too by the time. It's all on what does Energy decide to do. BNT, they decide, do they want to take it quick, try to take the site, or do they want to take it slow, wait for Big 5 to make a mistake? Which they haven't been. They're playing very diligently, not really pushing, except for Slowy, who pushes lowers. Because I wonder if he knows that they don't really watch lowers. It's only Muslim who plays Fountain, and there's a gap when they're doing B executes. A lot of mollies on Energy side, so I wonder where they'll be taking them. Scores are pretty even, especially on Energy side. 18 as the lowest, 25 as the highest. There we go. I'd say the most important round of this map. Secure that you can't lose the map by winning this round, so you relieve the pressure. Ian playing it safe, waiting for Big 5 to make a mistake and push, but the Big 5 being safe, not pushing. CT still have 3 of their smokes, so we're kind of expecting a slow round, holding on to their smokes. So I want to hold on to them as long as they can before they drop them. They've completely left B. If someone from Big 5 pushed B, obviously they can't know this. To get info, they'd know that this A take's coming. Because as we can see, we've got 3 Big 5 players stacked to B. They got no idea that there's 5 Energy players about to burst onto A. The Energy being real slow with 5 players on the side of the map. Very methodical. They're checking all their corners, trying to molly out all the spots. This is what all the mollies were for. Big 5 still have no idea. Okay, yeah. The calls would have come in. Nice. Nice Big 5 missed 2 picks. It's 4v3, but the bomb isn't down yet. Tuck bomb with 2 picks. 2v2. Bomb's still not down. 10 seconds. 1v1. ADM versus Lighters. He can't plant. Lighters won.
Yep, he won just by being patient. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you there. You were sounding beautiful, so... Yeah, and Lighters gets the frag as well. He's going to move into the last round now. Let's check the cash, but he's going to have absolutely 0. And this is that's a huge blow for the side of Energy Esports. I mean, yeah. Oh no, I guess we know Big 5 won.